Welcome everyone to Awesome Truth, a wrestling book club. I'm your host, Steve Semino, and with me as always is my co-host, Walt Schwenk. Hey, Walters.
Hello, Steven. How's it going?
My friend, it is going very well. We are back on Awesome Truth, and today we are jumping into a watch along. It's 2026. It's January, so of course we're doing a Royal Rumble match, not the Royal Rumble match. We've done plenty of those. They're very long, and so we don't want to do that. But we're doing a famous match from January '99, Walt. We're doing The Rock versus Mankind in the I Quit match.
Yeah, it's award season, and it's Rumble season, so why not throw a Dwayne watch along in here? We talked about him recently.
I was waiting. I was in my head. I was like, "Oh, did they win an award for this match? Did they win a Slammy or something?" But I see what you're getting at now with Dwayne.
Although he wasn't up for Golden
Golden Globe
Globes, right?
nominee Dwayne Johnson at the time of
Okay.
this recording, not did not win and probably will not get an Oscar nomination. Just so you know. So
Well, he'll be in the cultural zeitgeist of the award season for this year at least. So
yes, he tried his best. He tried and failed. We talked about the Smashing Machine before. Not very good, so I'm glad it's not going to get any crazy nominations. But Dwayne is, will probably be there at the Oscars, smiling with his big smile and looking very large and dapper. So that's something, I guess.
yeah.
But here's him
So
as a wrestler many, many years ago, 27 years ago. He had a wrestling match with Mankind. It was part of a big series with Foley. We'll talk about that as we go. But are you ready to get started, Walt?
yep.
All right, this match is on YouTube, correct?
A
You
version of it
think?
is. It's
Yeah,
also
or
on
it's
the network, I'm sure.
yeah. I mean, I don't honestly. I do not know where the network, where those archives currently reside. I read something about them leaving Peacock and maybe going to Netflix, or God knows. So if you have access to whatever system has Rumble '99, watch along with us. If not, it's on the internet somewhere, or you can just listen because we're great and we're fun and you like listening to us. So do the best you can. We're starting in three, two, one. Wrestling. Whoa. Too loud. There we go. Okay. Rock
Just
is in his big tie, his wonderful sweatshirt,
yeah.
which I think
It's
everyone
just
has widely speculated that's because he was on steroids and had to get surgery for fatty tissue around his breast area. Is that correct?
I,
Allegedly,
bel
allegedly.
I believe that is the narrative
Which is
and the reason.
yeah, which is as good of an explanation as any, because it was weird that he started wearing a shirt for no reason. So, I mean, it was certainly something along those lines. He definitely had something surgical going on in his chest area.
Is the logic that like because he's wearing a shirt, he has to wear pants now as well?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't just wear tights. Like the fatty tissue went all the way down to his quads.
It does look a little better, but it also looks like he's like out there for a scrimmage, That's the weird thing is
Yeah,
he does not look like he's in any sort of gear. It looks like he had every match looks impromptu all of a sudden.
yeah. Or he should have branded it like like the Adidas tracksuit, like what they call like the Slav suit. It's just like
Yeah.
Adidas on Adidas on Adidas, and just really gone for it. But I guess they didn't have that. A company with all of these creative forces and like branding and like just didn't come up with a better suit for him.
Nowadays, they would make it into, they'd merchandise it as quick as possible, They'd make it into the official Rock long sleeve, but yeah, Adidas style jacket for everyone to buy for $150.
Yeah, exactly.
But like
Like,
you said, here it's just some random shit he's doing that, everyone just mostly went, huh? And then it went away a few months later, and then we all sort of moved on.
to be fair, it kind of worked for this feud for Mankind though because
It's probably
uh,
nice to have clothes on when you're getting hit with a whole bunch of things that hurt, right? There's a little bit
yeah,
of a layer of, so it's not just hitting your naked body.
yeah, he's not really having wrestling matches here, so it's not like he's going through tables.
It's like when Reigns was wearing the Shield gear post Shield, and you're like, well, looks kind of comfy, in terms of getting hit all day.
Yeah,
He basically has body armor on, so that's good.
yeah, it's got to absorb something with these bumps.
Yeah. So anyway, this is an I Quit match. Walt, give me the context. Where does this fit into the Rock Mankind feud overall?
Well, we started in '98 with the Deadly Games match,
Which was
and
3 months beforehand, correct? 2 months beforehand.
uh, it was in Survivor Series '98, so the
So
end
like
of
yeah, so probably
November.
two-ish months beforehand in November.
And then eventually they would have another match, which was like it was like some Raw in January. I think it was the same night as the finger poke of Doom.
Was that
Oh
that was that
wait,
was man that was the famous that was Mankind winning the belt, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Which is great, which is one of the all-time best Raw moments.
And so now this is the rematch, and it's obviously
So
the
Mankind's
I
champ at this
quit.
point.
Yes,
Got it. Okay, that's the part I was missing. That's okay. That's great. So I mean, I can guess how this is going to end, but
yeah,
this. I mean, this is people always talk about. I don't want to say always talk about, but Mankind, Triple H, I think, or Foley Triple H, gets talked about as a really great feud for both guys. Like people say those are some H's best matches are against Foley, but the run of and Foley had great matches with everybody at this period, but Foley Rock I feel like does not get discussed a ton, even though they had the Rock and Sock connection and like people they obviously had a string of time working together in various capacities. But I think this little run doesn't get talked about as much as it should. It really is really important, and Austin is around too. He's just not wrestling at this moment. I know he does the run in on Raw, but it is a great little stretch here where Foley looks like $1 million.
it's a great stretch for Foley. It's a great stretch for The Rock too. I mean, this is his first title in WWE or
Yeah,
WWF, I guess at the time. And so this is a great opponent to have because Mankind made everybody look like $1 million.
he really did. This is a huge Foley era. Like it's one of those things that gets talked about every now and then. As the fact that he was a Vince guy to this level obviously he had such a career at this point, and I guess he was just undeniable from a Vince perspective. Like even if he wasn't his
Yeah.
prototypical champ or prototypical main eventer, but yeah, it's great that that the WWF let him have this run here because it really does. Like you said, previously he fought Taker, he fought Michaels in at Mind Games. Like he went through every main eventer on the roster for like a 3-4 year period and made them all look amazing.
Right. Yeah. And then obviously this is a coronation of Mankind as a champion too because
Hmm.
you know, he won it at some certain points.
Yeah. And also a great idea, like having him win on Raw is great because not that he wasn't important, he was one of the top 3 or 4 characters in the promotion, but it made sense to give away in quotes a Mankind win on Raw and get and surprise everybody, have it go so well, and then obviously when it's time for the big pay-per-view, Rock gets the belt back. Like it's the
Right.
prototypical execution of that really short reign where you're like
Yeah.
it's a legit win. He gets a real big rub and it really matters. But at the end of the day, when we're going to Mania, Foley's not going to be your champion. Which makes total sense.
He ends up being the referee or something.
Yeah, which is fine. That
Um,
also works. Like he gets, I'm sure he got a nice payday out of it.
sure.
And like you said, and this is a legit reign. Like it's even if it was 2 weeks long or whatever, like everyone got really excited, and it wasn't one of those BS ones where you're so transitional that it's almost embarrassing. Like it worked in the context of the story really well.
Yeah, for sure. The Rock didn't lose anything from like trading the belt a few times
Yeah,
because they just had such good matches, and Mankind was so over at this point.
he really was like. And like I said, Austin getting involved, in their previous match where Foley won is great. Like, it's the perfect exclamation point on that moment. Like Austin comes out, bashes him with a chair, the most aggressive chair shot of all time, and and the crowd goes insane. Like it really is that's probably one of my 5 all-time favorite wrestling moments.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the biggest pops ever.
Oh,
But
it's so good. Have we
you,
done that? We've
you
done
know,
that before, right?
I don't think we have.
Have we not? Man, that's crazy.
I was gonna say we should have done that and then this one, but then it
No,
would
it's
probably
okay.
been a
This is
lot.
this is good. I haven't seen this match in decades, so I'm excited. I love what Rock's doing. We haven't talked about it. Like Rock doing the bell stuff. Like Rock is just so goddamn good.
Yeah, I mean this really oh shit.
Yep.
Botchamania.
Yeah. It is Botchamania.
Also, this is like such a great match. Like, even though I quit, these two guys have a submission, but them just having the mic and just like talking, jabbing at each other with the mic is pretty fun.
It is. I mean, Mandible Claw is technically submission, but like not that kind of submission,
Oh, that's
Like,
true. I
but his
guess.
his hands are literally in your mouth. So you can't say "I quit" during the
Yeah.
move. So, which hopefully
Wow.
commentary addresses because that's a good point. Like he doesn't have a sharpshooter.
Yeah. We also missed earlier The Rock putting on the headset from Michael Cole and just talking shit.
Yeah.
That was another fun moment.
God.
These are just like a collection of fun moments. Like this isn't like the world's greatest match, but just like this is a strength for both these guys. It's just scrappy and fun and just like atypical, and that's kind of what we're getting from this match already.
Yep. And like
What?
we've talked about heel Dwayne and face Dwayne so much on the show, but he really, when he wanted to be an asshole bad guy, like he really was one of the best of all time, you know.
Easy.
And even recent Dwayne, when he threw himself into that for a few months, like it fit him like a glove again, you know. It all came right back to him. If only
Yeah.
he had consistency and, you know, would follow through storylines to their intended conclusion, we'd all love him so much more.
Yeah, I agree.
But he's got to be smashy. So
One thing you failed to mention earlier with the Raw match with Mankind versus The Rock, with that like apex crowd moment with Austin coming out and hitting him with the chair, is friend of the show Tony Schiavone butts in the seats.
oh
It's
yeah,
also the same night.
of
And
course, yeah, wow. And which you know, poor Tony, he's documented very very frequently since then. He did not want to say that Bischoff made him. So
yeah,
poor
we
Tony.
forgive you, friend of the show, Tony.
Yeah, we love Tony. That was Tony's sort of chunky denim period. So I think there were a lot of things back then that Tony probably didn't love. So
But butts in seats, isn't that like the name of the comic?
yes, of his comic, that's right. Available presumably at bookstores everywhere still. Or maybe not everywhere, but bookstores somewhere. Yeah. Online bookstores everywhere for sure. So go buy Tony's comic book. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if we're talking about archive moments, this match does get covered in Beyond the Mat, too, like very
Oh, of
extensively.
course, because the Foley's family is in the crowd, right?
Yeah, so we did cover that, I believe,
Yes.
7 years ago.
There we go. God, yeah. Who even knows?
Yeah.
Look at Dwayne, doing great. He's so good. So this Rumble this is also one of the worst Rumbles of all time, right? In terms of the Rumble match. Because it's the one, if I remember, it's the one that's entirely about Austin versus Vince. And Vince wins, is that right?
Yes, Vince wins.
And the whole match is just every other wrestler in the match is totally superfluous, right? They don't care. They don't matter one bit.
Yeah, Austin and Vince go 1 and 2, and then they finish 1 and 2.
And they go outside. Don't they go outside and all this stuff? Like they like roll into the ropes and go into the backstage. Yeah, I think we watched this a long time ago. We watched that match when we were going to Rumble in Philly. And I think we pre-gamed watching that match, thinking, "Oh man, this is Austin Vince." And then we were like, "Oh my god, everything else about this, the 58 minutes of this are terrible, and there's like 2 minutes of relevance."
Wait, you're saying we watched this?
We watched this Rumble. I believe
2015 Rumble.
Yes, I believe at your brother's house or wherever we were beforehand. We were thinking about, okay, let's watch a Rumble before the Rumble.
Yeah,
and we put that one
appetite.
on. We blindly put the '99 Rumble on, thinking it was good in our memories, and then realized it was quite bad.
That sounds about right.
It's ringing some bells. And then we saw another Rumble that was also very bad.
Yeah, arguably worse.
That's right.
Mostly backdrop for us talking about whatever the hell we talked about.
Yeah, bullshit, per usual. So Rock's setting up a big ladder right now. Sorry, we barely talked about this match, but the context of this is as good as, and it's just been a lot of, they pulled a ladder out. It's been a little interesting here. Rock's climbing a ladder. Rock, I wonder how many ladders Rock climbed in his career. Did he have a ladder match at some point?
He did with Triple H for the IC title.
So he did climb. So he climbed at least 2 ladders that were
possibly earlier that year.
But still, look at him doing this stuff. Like, I bet he never did anything like this ever again.
Remember what happens here?
Is it bad?
It's classic Foley.
Does Rock just throw him off?
I guess we're about to find out.
But still, isn't it crazy to see Dwayne doing a stunt like this?
Yeah.
There's no way he would ever take this kind of chance ever again.
Yeah. Him doing a regular wrestling match would be considered like a career-threatening, like Hollywood career-threatening move. So let alone this shit.
Yeah, climbing up onto a big giant ramp 20 feet off the ground. Oh.
I also love like The Rock with like
the
sideburns. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're huge. They're like they're quite long and ample, and it's clearly just to look like more of an asshole,
It's just like the honky tonk man would put his sideburns to shame.
It is honky tonk man-esque. That's great. Oh,
There we go.
Oh, and the explosions. Oh, that's great. And he doesn't land on a crash pad there. He lands on wood. It look like whatever those, even if those speakers are
Yeah,
they're gimmicks, like that's it.
yeah.
That hurt must have hurt like hell.
It's cr-
No one falls like that on anything but a million tables that are like gimmicks or a crash pad.
it's crazy. This is less than 6 months after the Hell in a Cell match.
Man, that's wow. What an insane year he had there. Like calendar, 12-month period or won the
Yeah,
belt, had the most iconic match of all time, had this great Rock feud, like was in this main event of Survivor Series. Like it's crazy.
yeah. I mean, it's no shock that his career only lasted like another year or so after this.
Oof. Man, the guy really did give his all, and he's still ticking. He's still going. He's a lot of his compatriots have sadly, dropped for various reasons. But up, is that Shane or Vince?
It's Shane.
Oh, Shane's here. Shane just showing weird concern for Foley.
I think Shane is on the Rock side.
Yeah, but he's just like, whoa, that was a big deal. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
you killed one of our guys. I mean, we've talked about this before. That's one of the best parts of like this era of the Vince versus Austin when everything around it feud is they were bad guys and Shane too, but they still ran the company and they wanted to achieve success. So like these wrestlers were important to them in the sense that like they worked for them and they made money for the company. So like that was always the undercurrent of it all, is I have to keep giving Austin title shots or I can't fire him really because he like is a very popular wrestler. And like to a
yeah.
certain extent he must stick around. Like even if they didn't come out and say it every time, like they did enough to remind you that it was a business and he had to make a business choice.
Well, it's like what they say like the NFL, like rigging games so that Mahomes is in the Super Bowl. It's like the same idea, it's sort of, right? I mean, yeah, you're not you want the Jaguars to be successful if it makes you more money, but like at the end of the day, you have a lean, and it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
And
you
it's,
want the moneymakers, the jersey sellers, and the hot teams to
yeah.
stick around if you can't help it. So,
I mean, Goodell's not going on the field and tripping like
not
Josh
yet,
Allen, but
but they're very happy when it works out that way.
yeah. So, but this is obviously not that.
Sure, a little more made up, but a little more pre-planned.
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
the comparison. That's a good comparison.
All right, so this I don't think they've spent more than 30 seconds in the ring for this
Yeah,
match.
they're getting out there. They're really moving around. It's. So this halftime heat has already happened, or is that later?
That's later. That's like
So
a week
they've
or so later.
damn. So they have 4 matches in the span of 2 months, basically.
Do they have? Well, I wonder what the December pay-per-view was. It had to
Yeah,
have been a
I can pull that
rematch.
up right now. I have the wiki open. Let me take a look. Do you know the name of it? What was the name of it? You must know that.
Oh, of course. I don't remember this.
Wow.
Is it not seasons meetings? It's not a cold day in hell.
It's not. It's no. Yeah. It's not. It's not. It's nothing that went
Rock
up to be a
Bottom?
franchise. It's Rock Bottom. Correct.
Yeah, I didn't
Rock
look that
Bottom:
up. I swear I
in
didn't
your
look that up.
house. The main event of Rock Bottom was Austin Taker. Buried. Oh, they had a match then too. So they had 5 matches in 2 months.
Was it just a match?
Yeah, I think so. Let me look that up. It doesn't seem particularly. The Buried Alive match was the main, so.
Oh, here we go. Now we're coming into the close of this. If you can't see it yet.
Yeah. Rock passed out to the Mandible Claw, but then that's why the I Quit match came, because Vince said Rock didn't submit. So Rock passed out, but because he didn't submit, Vince interfered and said, or Vince came down and said that doesn't count. Hence I Quit.
Yeah, but then they have the match. But then they have no. But then they have the match in early January with the
Oh, that's
aforementioned
right.
Butts and
Oh, good point. Interesting. I don't know. They just had a match then, I guess. Maybe they had a rematch because of that, I suppose. But
Yeah,
and the I Quit might have just been, I guess, a next step in the feud. Maybe it wasn't directly tied to Rock Bottom then.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, Mankind is actually mounting a
Yeah,
comeback.
I like the kicks with no hands, and he's trying to pin him or trying to do something.
Fight him.
This is a fun conceit. He's not totally ruined. He still has feet.
I mean, I guess this is fun. Yeah,
How
this
do
is
you knee him in the
definitely fun.
ball?
Oh, God.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, you're not completely helpless if you have your 2 feet. But
Yeah, but the
Mankind's
fact that
also not like a kickboxer.
yes, that's true. He probably can't get his legs above his hips, but still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's wild. That string of matches they had. I did not to have any two guys fight 5 times in a row and have it go well is pretty unprecedented.
They
Because
did a
usually
good
everyone's
job
like,
of.
get these guys off. Like, there's no new story here. But just thinking about all these matches, going through them all, they all make perfect sense. Maybe not halftime heat. That might have felt a little super. That might have been a little extra.
But that
But
was just to get the. Well, you think
yeah,
about it. After halftime heat, they have another match
wow. I don't remember that. I don't remember what even happens at halftime heat, to
at
be honest. So
St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
they fight again there.
They have to because The Rock gets the belt back
Wow,
before Mania.
that's crazy. So they really shotgun the belt around like wild.
Yeah. So they have
Jeez.
like 6 matches in a span of 2 months.
Wow, unbelievable. Well, I mean, we all remember St. Valentine's Day Massacre because, well, Big Nasty shows up.
Big nasty. Wow.
No more
Yeah.
BS. Paul White shows up.
Uh,
So there we saw the people's elbow on the chair.
which would hurt The Rock more, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so. It's also nice to see the people's elbow, like back when it still gets a reaction, but like it's getting booed. Like that move can never be like it's just such a weird thing now, you know? Like that and the knuckle shuffle just become these things, and it was still, relatively fresh at this point. It just wasn't the most hacky thing in the world. Oh God, here we go.
This is where it
So
gets
now we start getting
bad.
just like, yeah. And again, this is the era of just chair shots right to the head and
Well, especially
and, like,
when you're handcuffed.
handcuffs, no protection, and Rock is winding up about as hard as he can, which I'm sure Mick told him to do. Like, I'm sure this was the plan, but it's just gruesome as hell. Like, I don't think they've ever done something like this before since that I've ever seen, you know?
Yeah, you get one chair shot to the head, and like that's a TKO.
Yeah.
In 2026.
And like it it really serves no purpose. Like, obviously Foley looks crazy and courageous and strong, but like he's done so many, like you said, just think Hell in a Cell was 6 months ago, like you said. Like, if the fans don't know what Foley's deal is at this point, this is not really gonna ram it home. Like, it's just so unnecessary and so dangerous.
He's also no selling these chair shots too in a way that like it. I know like there was this big controversy. The Rock like didn't. He only promised 4 chair shots and he did 8. It's like, yeah, but you're still on your feet, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't walk around and he won't keep hitting you too.
Yeah,
Like,
if you go down and you're allowed to go down after a chair shot for 30 seconds, you know?
yeah, maybe they're in their year. We have to.
Is that,
We
do
have
we
to
ever,
get to
is
the-
there ever did Mankind, I don't remember, I'm sure he says in one of the books. Do you remember what he said about it? Was he mad at Dwayne, or?
I think he was at first.
Probably
Oh,
for the reason
yeah.
you're describing, right? Just 'cause it's just too many.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well, I think
Rock can't just stand there with dead air, though. That makes no sense.
he was fine with it until he saw the footage of his kids.
This
freaking
is
out.
also, Rock also needs to hit him in the back there instead of hit him in the head. Dwayne is literally holding the chair up for 10 seconds, waiting for his head to come around. Like, just hit him in the back, Dwayne.
Yeah, the back
Jesus.
is. We get it.
Oh my God, he just hit him in the back of the head.
Okay,
Ugh.
that was egregious.
Just hit him in the back. Jesus, Dwayne. My God.
Even Earl's like, dude, come on.
Yeah, this is too much. Yeah, I mean, it makes Rock look like an absolute piece of shit. So that is very successful. But
Yeah. I mean,
is this
he
the
got-
end? Is this it right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, there it is. So if you're listening and you're not watching and you don't remember what happened 27 years ago, they basically play a clip of Foley saying it from an interview, right? Or from a promo.
Yeah, like the week or two before, he's like, I will never say, I quit. And then they just re-looped that.
Yeah.
It's funny how such a schmozzy, shitty ending this is. If this happened tomorrow, people would, like, hate it. But for some reason, I remember this being lauded as, like, a fun end and an interesting way to, like, protect everybody. And I don't know, I think it was a time and a place. And, like, of course, Foley would never say, I quit. And, like, that was a joke. Like on the surface, it's a lame way to end this, but at the same time, at the time, I feel like people were into this.
Yeah, I mean, it does absolve everybody, like you said, and it achieves the goal of making Dwayne look like the number one heel in the world. So
Yeah.
it definitely does. It accomplishes a few important goals. But yeah, it is also it's like I said, it's messy and it's it's a little abrupt and there's it's really just a one giant spot and then a bunch of chair shots. That's pretty much the match. So
Yeah.
I don't think I would never say this was a good match, but it is very iconic in its own way.
Yeah. It was a pretty iconic Royal Rumble match, that's for sure.
Sure, yeah, iconic can mean many things. Iconic
Mm.
doesn't have to mean good. It can just mean interesting and stands the test of time and somewhat unique. Unique in a wrestling way, which is there's only so many ways to end these kind of things. And either you redo the thing you've done 12 times before, or you come up with like a slightly shortcut like this that is fine, that serves the purpose.
I
And
think
because they had so many matches later, like I think everyone was like you sort of hinted, was so hot for these guys. It was like, well, they'll have another match. So that's something.
right. I mean, I think there's this an era where because Vince was like screwing Austin all the time, that like endings like this became a little bit more accepted because like that was kind of the state of affairs of the entire company was
Yeah.
this evil corporate boss is stacking the deck against every major face.
Well, it's
So
Russo
like,
stuff, right? It's Smash TV. It's a work, bro.
well, the unprotected chair shots was definitely a smash TV.
Sorry. It's extremely. There was a lot of smashy going on there from the Smashing Machine. So,
Yeah, right. Yeah, smashing machine, perfect.
so Foley wins at halftime heat, and then Rock
Anyway,
wins the St. Valentine's Day
I think
Massacre.
we just yeah, and then they go to Mania with Austin and Rock one,
Wow, crazy.
right? That was the WrestleMania 15,
Sure.
the
Yep.
light.
That was. We were there. WrestleMania 15, aka the Light. I see that. Wow. Well, that was, like I said, it was a very different era. Like it was not an era of work rates and complete matches that, went A to Z in one 20-minute time frame. Like everything was just a jump to the next thing. Everything was come back next week, next pay-per-view, next whatever to see how the story concludes, and then it never really concluded. So it was just a very different
Yeah.
era of storytelling for them, but extremely successful. Like even for what like we said for what it means to is going for and what it's trying to accomplish, it definitely does a lot of it. But if it happened now, we'd also be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, Jesus, like this is vicious and weird and like and just is dragging out. So people would definitely be complaining that it just dragged out a story that was ready to be done.
Could you imagine this finish for Moxley? Well, I can't remember his name. Darby
Uh,
Allin. That I Quit match, like people would have rioted.
Yes. Well, if you want to hear us talk more about Dwayne, like we said, the Smashing Machine episode is in our archives. We have a whole bunch of episodes in our archives. Awesometruth.libsyn.com. Go there for all our old episodes and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts for episodes old and new. Well, great to be back in 2026. Great to be watching matches. Great to be talking Dwayne, and looking forward to more good episodes to come.
Yeah. We're almost at Royal Rumble season or
We are.
WrestleMania season.
Are we gonna?
We're
Are you
also,
gonna? Are you gonna watch the Royal Rumble live or no?
I have to figure out what date that is, but I don't even know what date it is. That's
Yeah,
sad, right?
I know. I also have no idea. So I guess we'll that'll be the cliffhanger for this episode. Will they watch the Royal Rumble live? Come back in 2 weeks
Yeah.
and find out.
The wrestling podcast host. Will they watch the wrestling?
It's-
Hmm.
Thank you all so much for listening, and remember, the truth will set you free.